and novelty songs. Spoofs, goofs, and novelty songs. Spoofs, goofs, and novelty songs. Spoofs, goofs, and novelty songs. I came up with this theory today. But I have to think of how to phrase it.
The theory of everything?
Have you ever seen someone more into their job than a school crossing guard?
Oh, man. Dude, I got a good story.
Doesn't it seem like they're really making a meal out of it? Like,
when I was leaving work today at the school, a school crossing guard came up and they waved at me, but they didn't move their hand, so I thought they were telling me to stop. So I stopped, and he's like, "No, keep going."
This is how I wave. I
freaked out.
Why did you do this?
I wave in like my frames per second is down.
Laughed and waved.
I wave like Mr. Game & Watch.
Yeah. Just literally just this.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to stop."
I feel like I don't run into nearly enough crossing guards to have an opinion on crossing guards.
I just always feel like they really love that they're making you stop, and they're like you'll never see like like some middle-aged adult like more like a mime than when they're they get super into it.
It's a weird level of power you get to have over.
You're controlling the traffic.
You're controlling traffic, which
protect these kids.
Is also like
you're right no matter what.
But it's like a higher level thing. So you're not just controlling people. You're controlling like a concept bigger than a person. You know what I mean? Like you're controlling
transit.
Yeah.
This car can go anywhere he wants to, but not right now.
Mm-hmm.
He can go anywhere I want him to.
That's right.
Or it to.
Yeah. What if somebody gets off on that? That's somebody's.
Oh, it is.
Fit.
Oh man.
You've seen the movie Crash, right?
Which one?
The Cronenberg one, where it's people having sex with after they have car crashes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this is similar, but it's called Crossing Guard.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah.
they have sex while wearing bright yellow vests and holding a stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Spooks.
Wow.
Now I have to read you the whole
okay. So I have. Do you guys are crossing guards? Am I right? What's the deal?
Welcome to Spooks, Goofs, and Novelty
A
Songs.
podcast about dumb shit.
My name is Marty.
My name's Scott.
I'm Kelly.
And we talk about spoofs, movies, goof, products, novelty, songs.
Songs. Today's movie is Wet.
Wet Hot.
Hot.
Oh, wait.
Wait, no.
Don't do it again.
Wet.
No,
Jesus.
Start again. I'll get it this time.
Okay, here we go. American.
No, shit.
Wet, hot American.
Summer.
Thank you.
There we go. I couldn't say it.
Once again, I have to carry this fucking podcast.
Oh, my God.
All
right, let's have this on the air. How about we talk about this? Huh?
All right, yeah, okay. You start.
I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Oh, you have nothing to contribute. That's interesting.
Wow, what a concept.
I'm gonna have a lot to do on the back end of the podcast, which you guys.
I've yet to see it.
There's half of the
Show me the
episodes.
proof.
They're ready to go. I just need somebody to send me links to songs with time codes.
Oh, yeah, you just need Scotty to do one of his 16 jobs for the podcast.
Hey, Scott, feel free to unload
This is the last episode.
Feel free to unload any work onto me. Anything you want.
Okay.
You want me to touch your butt?
Yeah, that's my 15th job.
Bring it here. Bring it here. Let me have that ass.
Oh, my God.
I'll volunteer to be the straight man.
Wait, but you already do that, Kelly. Kelly and I bring a lot of emotional work to the podcast.
Mm-hmm. That's the emotional. That's right. I'm like Mozart or something, where I'm like unstable,
Terrifying
like
to be around.
crazy. Yeah, I'm just like he's in one of his moods. He's having one of his episodes.
Kelly and I drive together usually to here, and every time beforehand I'm like, Kelly, I know he's gonna make you feel bad, but just like breathe, power through for the arts.
Name one genius that isn't crazy.
Gentlemen, we're talking about Wet Hot American Summer today.
One of my favorites.
Oh,
one of my personal favorites.
I've got a controversial opinion.
I bet it's not that controversial.
I don't think this is a good movie.
Yeah, that's not that controversial. It flopped at the box
controversy. Yeah, and it was critically panned when it came out.
What's so bad about it? There's not enough pies.
Too many. They kept using the same sound effects.
It's not obvious enough. Hold my hand, movie.
Okay. My biggest gripe with the movie as like a broad gripe, let's say, I feel like most of this movie is just a camp movie, and it doesn't really do. It's like half making fun of camp movies, and then the other half is just a bunch of jokes that could be in Airheads or whatever.
You're right, because when I think of Top Secret, I'm like, what I liked about it was the cohesiveness.
No. But the tone is consistent though. But this is also just a normal comedy movie. Michael Showalter's entire character arc in this movie is just a normal character arc for a movie to have, and it feels really out of place.
Where like in other movies they have zany character. Like not only are there jokes, but just their character arcs are crazy.
I just don't think it works.
That's fine.
Your opinion is incorrect.
Yeah. Okay.
Showalter, he's like the straight man in the movie, and Michael Ian Black and Bradley Cooper are the gay men, and
Everybody else is somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Now I will say, the thing that I actually thought was the funniest this time, which was a surprise to me, I thought David Hyde Pierce was the funniest part of this movie.
David Hyde Pierce was great.
I think he's hilarious.
He was the top billed character.
Yeah, he was the most famous person at the time.
Garoppolo, right?
Yeah.
SVU also very funny in this movie.
Oh my god, dude!
He is good in
He's
this
so
movie.
good in the Netflix episodes because he changes his character completely. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
He's the best part of those.
John H. Benjamin is the can.
Yes.
This is a good movie, you fucking...
Okay,
I don't think
shit.
I don't think it's a bad movie. I just don't
not-
think it's as good as I thought it was.
I'm not
the first
surprised it flopped because how did that cost $1.8 million to make?
How did this get made?
When none of these, this was Bradley Cooper's first time being in front of the camera. He's fresh out of NYU.
This movie started Cooper and you don't think it's good?
Skipped graduation.
We wouldn't have Limitless if it weren't for this movie!
Give me that pill. Rudd before he was famous. Poehler before she was famous.
Yep.
But you know
All
what?
these people.
Christopher Maloney, not cheap. David Hyde Pierce, definitely not cheap. Jeannie Garofalo, not cheap.
No.
Making a movie in general, not cheap.
I know.
You know
I'm
what I'm
just saying. It didn't feel like a $1.8 million movie to me.
Yeah, I agree.
It felt like an indie, very indie.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like real, like that's like what Hollywood indie is
Yeah.
usually about that cost. Yeah.
I think they were really banking on their riding the wave of.
It was the
success
last
from the state.
mid-budget movie ever made.
1.8 is mid-budget to you? That's insane.
I don't know.
Mid-budget is like 40 to 50 million probably, technically.
Oh, wow, okay.
Like in terms of like Hollywood movie, quote unquote. But yeah, $1.8 million not
I have
That's
no
considered
concept.
low budget.
That's when you start thinking about
yeah.
like billions compared to it's all it like eventually I'm just like
Oh, it
it's
turns
a
to
lot.
Mush.
Yeah.
It turns to
Yeah.
mush.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's why this
mush.
movie is bad.
No,
We all
it's
agree.
a good movie.
Yeah, numbers are hard to
The
think
pot
about. This movie
smashing bits
sucks.
so funny. Paul Rudd just being like, "Oh, I don't want to pick up." This plate.
Yes,
It's
that's
such
one
a
of my
funny
favorite.
scene.
Paul Rudd, that
the-
is
So
Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd is incredible in this movie. If everyone was as good as he is in this movie, I would have lost my
Everyone's
shit the whole
better
time.
than he is.
I think it's
Whoa.
good. Joe Lasrugio and Ken Marino.
Yep.
Their part was like the chase scene where Joe's on the motorcycle and Ken Marino's running down the highway and he jumps over a hay bale and that's how he gets away.
Yeah, and then the motorcycle, he stops in front of the hay bale that
Yeah.
he could just like go around. It's just a small hay bale in the middle of an open highway, and he like stops right in front of it.
He's like,
and it's just like, fuck! Like,
Oh, how am I? Oh, I'm so bad. And he leaves the kids like right before they go over the waterfall on the river or whatever. I don't know.
The waterfall thing is that's like the best gag in the movie, right? Though when he comes
Like,
back and they're
zoom
there
out.
every single time, like the
Oh,
kids
it's
are
so
not
good.
moved the whole time. That is a great gag.
you got to admit, the going to town montage. That's funny.
It's funny. Nice to get away, even if it's just for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
And all
man,
that stuff
they got hooked on
happened.
heroin.
Yeah.
It's so good. Marty,
Yeah.
come on.
I
We're
remember.
gonna win you
Okay,
over.
I'm looking back at my notes now because I watched this a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was like the first half of the movie that I really was like dragged for me like too much, and I do remember distinctly thinking as the movie got going more, they were doing more gags.
Yeah, it got wackier.
Yeah,
That was nice.
Which is nice. Yes, I agree. I just think it starts up too much of like a summer camp movie, and because they are doing like a goof on a summer camp movie, they kind of make fun of it. They don't make fun of it enough and make it silly enough. So it just I don't know. I don't want to keep litigating why I don't like a movie.
All right, let's put a pin in that for
Okay,
you, Marty.
okay.
They don't make it silly enough. Here's the
At the beginning, to start with, it does not go crazy enough, quick enough for me.
What I think there's an element to this movie that is like they're doing a parody of camp movies just by doing a camp movie.
That doesn't work for me though.
It
That doesn't work for me.
might have also been like, this is just me. I don't know. Maybe they were trying to like catch the audience off guard, and they were like, "Oh, it's just a camp movie. It's just a camp movie." And then you go in, and the first half, it like sort of eases you into the wackiness, and you're like, "What am I watching?" Halfway through.
The first time I saw it, I didn't like it that much. The first time I saw it, I was in high school, and I feel like my sense of like irony was not as developed. And I thought I just watched like a romantic comedy that was like fine,
sort of wacky. Yeah.
And then I watched it again like a couple years later, and then I'm like, oh, they're being fucking.
You go to film school and you start to notice all those pottery crashes.
Oh, the mise en scène of this film. Oh, the can talks to him.
It's shot so bad. That is one thing I will say. It's one of the worst shot films, like spoofs that we've seen.
Compared to
UHF is the worst one.
Yeah, I was
so
about
far.
to say,
We haven't watched that one yet.
Don't necessarily bring like practical effects and shit like that. I think they do sort of push the boundaries on, but as far as just like straightforward camera work goes, they're all bad.
This one,
High Anxiety stands out though, but because they're doing a thing.
One more bit. Because I can't just... This podcast is just me listing bits. But when he's like, guys, wait up! And then he runs to him, and they're all standing right at the shed, like...
Blair Witch style.
The shed, Blair Witch style. That's good cinema.
Thank you, Kelly.
I had a great note, which was, Kelly looks like Michael Showalter, and that's why he likes this movie.
I'm more of an Ian Black kind of guy. And David Wayne.
Oh, man. That's a surprise.
I love it.
I mean, Michael Showalter was never, like, the comedian of the three, though.
I just watched a cupcake battle with Michael Showalter as the
What?
host.
What?
Have you guys
Hold
seen
that
Stella?
thought. No,
Stella's
actually, I have
great.
not.
You should watch Stella.
Yeah.
Then you depreciate this movie even more.
I just don't know if it's my sense of
probably wouldn't
humor.
like Stella.
I don't think I would. I've never been, like, super into this movie. I used to like it more,
It's gonna be a long night because we gotta stay until he likes the movie.
We're gonna win you over.
There's a training montage in this movie that just, like, I was very... Why? Why is there a training montage joke?
To make fun of them.
Rocky was 30 years old at that point. Like, why do we need to make fun of that shit anymore?
It was a continuation of them being like, all this happens in one day. This is so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. The satellite crash thing as, like, the big plot thing, I think is, like, very funny. I think that's, like, a good
montage
idea.
is the bridge between like 6 and 7 p.m.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
It was also the satellite crash
like
thing
it.
was like a real situation when David Wayne was growing up.
Oh, really?
I can't remember the name of the stupid satellite that was crashing down.
Sputnik.
No, it wasn't Sputnik, but good guess.
Isn't there a piece of Sputnik in Manitowoc, Wisconsin?
Boy.
Why the fuck would I know that? What?
Actually, wait. Hold on, you're right. Hey, Kelly.
No! I don't know that either. Come on, Marty. Everyone's they're gonna triangulate.
Hey, gang, quick question. What a psycho. He had his finger in the air when he asked that, like a Poindexter.
Huh. Speaking of Sputnik.
That's your nickname on the podcast now.
Oh, got him.
Sputnik the nerd.
I don't want to make
Yeah.
4 eyes.
Can my nickname be My Wife Cool?
My wife cool. Sure. If you want, yes. You know what, Marty? I'll grant you that wish.
Yay! I win.
So, to wrap it up, we all loved White Hot
Thank you. Yeah, is there anything else to say? Just good.
Just good movie.
Barbecue
movie.
sauce on face is good.
David Wayne almost got disowned by his dad for writing the bit where Paul Rudd, one of the kids drowns, and then when he throws the other kid out the car, apparently that was like a scene written in there where Paul Rudd like murders the child who was going to like snitch on him.
Oh my god.
And then they changed it to him throwing the child out of the...
Yeah, which is still pretty... Because the way they do it, it looks like pretty brutal.
Yeah.
They just bring him like hours away from camp, throw him out the van, and like, all right, walk back. That's your punishment.
It's a good... Okay, here's what I'll say. You know what, Marty, I'll give you this, since you're so desperate to say something bad about this.
You know, actually, you're gonna laugh at my rating later, but
You're gonna give it like it'll be like above 5. Like,
I think it's 8 out of 10.
he fucking hates it.
I don't even hate it. I don't
The
even hate this
Netflix
movie.
series are not as good as the original.
I do agree with that
and I
also.
don't think that's a controversial take.
No, I don't think it is either. There are parts of this movie I like. Like I said, the David Hyde Pierce stuff. I like that his character is like weirdly creepy, but never creepy. It's just like he's just off.
He's just a weirdo.
He's just a weirdo,
Yeah.
and it's perfect
Pearson
the whole time.
Garoppolo's like that's like early David Wayne because he wrote They Came Together, which we're probably also gonna do.
Yeah, it's
eventually.
it's
And that
also
one's
just as
so
good. Yeah,
that one's
super
better
funny.
I think than Wet Hot.
It might be, yeah. You know what? It's because it's got
know.
the same thing, but they got
so.
even better at
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
They have the pottery crashes in at least one scene, and They Came Together. I mean,
Yeah, we can't start naming. I'm also tempted to just start
Oh,
going
boy.
through bits from that.
oh boy,
Can't save it for that.
we'll
part.
save. Yeah, we'll walk you guys through.
Yeah,
the bits.
it would be such a travesty if we were to waste that episode content. Oh
No,
my
we need
God.
content because we struggle to fill time. Oh no, we all just looked at the time
Yeah.
together. We all
We're at a
just
cool
looked at it.
17 minutes
That was
in
my
case you
fault. I
were
did that
wondering,
first.
dear listener.
I was looking at my waveforms, and damn, they look fucking good right now.
Damn,
There's nothing
I am
else to say.
hot. I am coming on hot.
Maybe we should just talk politics for the. Let's talk about the
All
primaries.
right, as a movie, I'm gonna rate this first, guys. 6 out of 10.
Fine.
I think it's fine. It's funny,
not that
and I laughed at half of this movie, so I figured I have to give it at least a 50%, and I like
Wow, I can't believe you left it
More
more
than I
than,
don't like
half
it.
of the other movies.
I'm done. I'm done. You win.
I give it a 10 out of 10. It's a piece of me growing up watching movies. I loved it. I liked this movie a lot. It was a nice treat when I finally watched it as a late high schooler. And that's all you're going to get from me.
Wait, you said
I didn't rate it as a spoof yet either.
Thank you. I had to know.
5 out of 10. I think it makes fun of
Bullshit! Bullshit!
Ridiculous.
I think it makes fun of camp movies well. I just don't know if there's enough there to make fun of, in my opinion. Because camp movies,
There's not a lot of camp
they're
movies,
already
though.
silly, and also, yeah, there's just not that many of them. So there's not that many tropes to make fun of. So it's like to
Not
make
that many.
Friday the 13th.
they don't make fun of that.
Friday the 13th Part 2. Friday
yeah.
Part 3. Part 4.
Yeah,
not
there's
all
so
of
many
those.
camp movies, Marty. Oh my gosh.
Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah. Fat Camp.
Yeah. Ben Stiller Fat Camp. Come on, my cool wife. Tell.
Heavyweights. It's my wife. Cool. Thank you, Kelly. You have to rate it as a spoof as well.
Well, Scott hasn't even rated it as a movie yet.
That's how we go. We go 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, my bad. Wait, so I never get to speak?
As a movie, 9 out of 10 because I'm having a great time.
Oh my
the whole
God.
time.
This is the highest.
Yes.
So this is the best
Yes,
thing.
out of the movies we've watched, I like this one the most. Call me crazy.
You know what? You're crazy.
These are comedians we grew up with and we like this movie? Oh, weird.
I like this movie,
odd.
so I gave it a high rating.
I'm flabbergasted,
As a spoof.
pissed, and angry.
You know what, Marty? Agree to disagree.
As a spoof, probably like a 2 out of 10.
Oh, as a
really
spoof.
Wow.
It's not really a spoof.
Because out of the
I agree.
millions of camp movies there are, it doesn't even do. I don't know.
Fuck you.
I haven't watched enough camp movies to rate this like viably as a spoof. I don't know. I'm not an expert.
I would say the one part of the movie that is like a spoof of like teen movies is the Showalter arc of like he's after the girl the whole time, but then she just tells him like, I just want to have sex with that guy. I don't really care. You're nice, but that's not what I want to do with my life right
Yeah,
now.
I'm
that's the one thing
16,
that's like
yeah.
very explicitly a parody of that stuff.
Yeah.
And and that's a great part of
Well,
that
because
arc.
I think
but-
they're partially making fun of camp movies, but also drawing from like real experience. Because a
Yeah.
lot of people, especially of that like generation, like did go to camp.
and like teen movies in general, I think too.
Yeah, and so I do think it does a good job of. I'm gonna give it a
Whoa.
7.2 out of
Wow.
10 for a spoof because I think it does. Yeah, like teenhood and campness. I think are both what it's or like high school, just people that age.
Yeah.
because they also make a lot of jokes about how they're all like in their 30s.
You know what? You've convinced me. 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Yes!
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10 spoof and movie.
Oh, we can shut her down.
Finally.
I can kill
This has
myself
been
now.
Spoof Scoops and Automobiles.
Oh, wait, no.
Spoofs, trains, and audio planes.
All right, do we do song next or product?
Scott,
Rock, paper, scissors.
hang on.
You want rock?
Hang on.
You want rock, paper,
She's
scissors?
really
before
shaking
it?
shit up.
Scott, do you have a song to play us?
I do have a song to play us. Let me walk over
Wow.
and...
Shut my bit down.
Kelly, don't mess with the formula of the show. Otherwise, I'll take you out back.
I'm trying to jump that shark. I'm trying to jump it.
By switching...
Episode
By doing it the product
jumped,
first.
They jumped this shark when they started doing novelty products before the song.
Our song today is Hello Muddah Hello Faddah by Alan Sherman. Released in 1963, this song is set to the tune of Almacar Ponchielli's Dance of the Hours, a classical tune. Let's just get a little taste of it now, and then we'll learn more facts about this song.
Hello, Muddah. Hello, Faddah. Here I am at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining. And they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining.
It's so fucking sad that these millennials can't listen to a 2-minute and
was reading
15
the
second
lyrics.
song.
I was reading the lyrics.
Okay, Kelly, you're excused. Marty, I'd like to hear your excuse.
I was reading the lyrics.
Fuck
Yeah, you were on Twitter.com, you
Piece of
piece
shit.
of garbage.
That's how I listen to music.
Why not?
I'm sorry. Was I supposed to go, hello, mother?
No.
That reminds me of my mother. Hello, father. Doesn't ring a bell.
Marty,
Yep, you take each song word by word and think
Come
about what that
on.
word individually
what
means
you're
to you.
supposed to do is think about, what funny thing am I going to say about this song
Okay.
once we come back to recording.
Thank you.
Here's my first funny thing. They laughed really hard when he mispronounced malaria.
Well,
That got a
think
big
it was,
chuckle.
I think it was because it was a surprising rhyme. Because scaria and malaria is a pretty clever.
Yeah, okay.
you weren't listening closely enough
wanna-
to hear the first line,
I wanna-
so
I wanna-
let me explain it to you.
Oh God.
I want to read it out
I'm
as
not
like
talking.
a real letter instead of like doing it in the rhythm. Can I try that? Would you guys
Yes,
give me
please.
permission?
Yeah, read
Please.
it like a Ken Burns Civil War letter.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining, and they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining. I went hiking with Joe Spivey. He developed poison ivy. It's so hard to read it without rhyming.
Yeah, it's because it rhymes.
Do you remember Leonard Skinner? He got potamine poisoning. What's that? Can someone tell me what that is?
Oh, I'm too busy
That
looking
one-
at my phone, so I can't help.
You guys aren't
you could've been
intelligent
look-
enough to get this fucking material. Maybe this is a little too advanced.
I
for you
think
guys.
at its core, what it is a boy at camp not having fun, but he's only been there a day.
I know,
And
it's like,
dude,
come on.
come on,
Give
man.
it 2 days, buddy.
You gotta, give it a shot.
And I think by the
You
end of the
know?
song, he maybe is giving it a second chance around.
Have you guys ever been to summer camp?
Uh-huh.
Nope.
I haven't. Scott, tell me, how was it?
It was bad the first day, but then I decided it was
No.
okay.
I want to know actually how it was.
Oh, well, okay. I went for 2 summer because I went with like friends. I like kind of got roped into it. I went to a Bible camp for 2 summers
Fuck
as a
yeah.
youth. Yeah.
Where,
How did it affect you?
and what denomination?
Lutheran, I think, and it was called Sugar Creek Bible Camp. I don't know where.
In
So how does that work?
Wisconsin?
Yes.
Do they make the tents
Northern
out
Wisconsin?
of the
In the shape of crosses. It was very confined quarters.
Do they burn the crosses?
Did they do
Yes.
any fun recreations?
Yes.
Oh,
there
do they
was
really?
there was that where you got the stations of the cross and you like fucking walk through it, and then one of the counselors. I love it's gotta take a real specific personality to play Jesus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, don't it?
I lied.
I'm not going to say much more.
I went to Bible camp also.
Really?
Yes, this
Wait,
is not
oh.
a joke.
Oh, okay.
And when I went, there was a counselor dressed as Jesus, and he put stilts on and pretended to walk on the water.
Walk on the word, because you know
All
when
right, I lied. I
'cause
did
it-
go to camp.
I hated that. I hated that whole thing.
I thought it was real. I was imagining it because what it would be.
this is definitely not what.
I wasn't paying attention to that. I was thinking of the next funny thing.
You're looking at Twitter.com.
No, I was trying to make the podcast better instead of just waiting for it to be over.
I was working on the pod, Marty.
Oh, you please. Oh, I'm in a rush to end this. You think I'm in a rush? We're gonna do a 10-hour episode now, motherfucker.
Well, you already decided that you love Wet Hot American Summer.
Oh,
so I
yeah,
don't
that's true.
see why
Yeah,
I
we
would
already
say
ended.
no.
We're not even ending the episode. We're ending the whole.
The counselor
podcast.
who played Jesus, I remember now, looked like who's the comedian from Rocket Man, and I think he's in Super Troopers too. Harlan.
Oh, Harlan Williams? I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he looked like him, and he was like funny, but then like he was obviously some fucking like theater major.
He was like the level of funny where it's like he's funny in a conversation, and he's funny for 10 seconds, but then any further than that, he's got nothing there.
I'm sure I was a like fourth or fifth grader at the time, so the bar is low. He just had to be like, "Hey, wackity doo."
Yeah. Like in Wet Hot American Summer. Clearly, that's what you enjoy.
Yeah.
So.
Ouch.
Yeah. Take that, guys.
Humor for babies.
Did either of you grow up religious? I forget, actually. I know
No.
your parents slightly are, but
Yeah, my parents are, but they like gave up on making us go to church after like I don't remember what grade I was in.
They
First
don't care
grade or
about your
something.
soul.
Yeah, they didn't care.
that's what it means. They're like,
Can you imagine?
his
if,
soul
like,
has gone to melee.
a parent, like if religious parents got so mad at their kid that
like-
they're like, you know what? We're gonna let you stop going to like.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
wink at
weird.
their
They
goals.
really believe it'll send them to hell, and they're
Yeah.
so annoyed that like the
They
kid won't
kept
clean
going.
his room.
They would find a babysitter for us every Sunday at 10 a.m.
Yeah,
You know.
well, they went to church,
They
and then they
stopped
would
going
come
to.
back with this smirk on their face.
Like, they eat the communion wafer in front of you, like, I'm saved.
We need a break from the kids. We thought heaven was the place.
We'll have an eternal break from the children. Oh yeah, when you go to heaven, you are a child again. You become a child to your parents. So it's just a
God.
series of babies
It's a series of babies.
because your parents are also children to their parents.
Isn't that the human race right
Hey.
now, though? Just a series of babies.
You know what
my
else
God.
is a series of babies? Rugrats.
So wait, 'cause if
Now that was good. If only the whole podcast was that good.
a series of babies, Marty, the whole podcast is that good.
Oh, it's okay.
As good as that joke? Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Are we done? Are we done with this song? Not with the podcast. Don't look at the time.
Kelly,
We still got a whole item to go through.
do you have a novel?
Oh boy.
Do you have a novelty product for
I
us?
sure do.
This is definitely carrying us another 25 minutes at least.
I sure do.
Surprisingly, the novelty products have been longer segments.
Crocs, baby.
Wow, still in the plastic.
Kelly bought fresh Crocs.
They're fresh Crocs.
Oh, don't let them bite you.
Crikey.
Yeah, I didn't do any
I
research
wrestled
on
him to the
these.
ground.
You didn't hear it. It was off mic, but Scott, he took him down.
Yeah.
I didn't do any research on these. I figured it'd just be more fun to talk about them.
Ooh, should we all
Yeah,
try
I
them
think
on?
it will be
This
really
is
fun to
this
talk
is
about.
one that we can talk about, baby.
Let's give them something to talk about.
These are some bright. I'll do a little backstory. These are some bright yellow Crocs. I bought these for my best man Noah in my wedding. Cool. And
Is it cool to have a best man?
No. Yes.
It's cool to
it's
get
cool to
married.
have a
Oh,
wedding,
okay.
dude. Haven't you heard of God?
We gotta step back for a second, Kelly, because people might not know what Crocs are. Now, Crocs they're like rubber shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's slow it down.
They're shoes with holes in them. Go ahead.
Foam shoes with holes in them.
There's
They're
holes in
light.
them.
I
I'm
did
pretty
say
sure
they're-
the
I said
company
they're
like they went bankrupt or something. I don't know. They
Do
weren't-
Crocs float?
I feel like they do. They're very light.
I feel
Let's
like
test it.
we have to test it out.
Feel them.
Well, okay. Hold
these.
on.
Scott, you have the
wanna feel
buoyancy
them in-
of a tub.
Yeah. Let me rest this on my.
See if it floats on
I'm
your
just
belly.
telling you to fucking feel them, dude.
If your,
Oh,
belly, no, your belly consumed it. Oh my god.
So these are.
Let me
bright
slap
yellow
one
Crocs.
side and then see if it surfs on top. If it rides that wave, baby. Can I open the plastic
Yeah,
or
you
no?
can open up the bag. Yeah.
On mic.
Oh, baby.
Here you go, guys.
ASMR.
Wait, or should I? I guess there's this zip. I mean,
Yeah, use the zip. Use the zip.
please.
Don't pop it. That's a gift.
They're a
Scott.
gift.
Ah, I'm sorry. I thought it was Christmas
it's
morn.
fine, it doesn't-
I'll tape it.
They're fucking Crocs. Like,
Oh no,
We
we've
could get
sullied the.
nuked. We get nuked and no it's still wearing.
Kelly's best friend
Surely
is
we
going to
can
be
find
listening
a
to this
plastic
later.
bag
You should
somewhere.
see his other Crocs. They were okay. Amanda cleaned them though, and
Oh my
I
God.
panicked because I was like, "Did you get new ones?" He's like, "No, Amanda cleaned them."
Thank God.
I know.
My gift isn't ruined.
Because I already bought them. That's like
Yeah.
$40.
Damn.
Can I just say, imagine cleaning somebody's. That's what an act.
Yeah, she must really
That's
like-
amazing. That's oh my god.
I'm not going to say anything about
imagine
this.
hand cleaning them versus with most shoes. I feel like I would just throw them in the washer.
Yeah.
Especially yeah, they're Crocs.
Well, you can't throw them.
Crocs!
Can you throw them in the washer? I feel like you can't, right? They're foam. They would probably
yeah,
just
they
get
float
wrecked.
to the top.
They'd just be on the top the whole time. They're very light.
Can you walk on water? Maybe give these to your camp counselor.
Yeah. So I feel like these replace
Improv
water
people love
shoes.
callbacks.
Crossing guard.
Oh, whoa. We did talk about crossing guards, dude. What?
Someday I'm gonna say my first word again and just laugh my ass off.
Goo goo. If you put those Crocs up to your ear, do you hear a clock ticking inside of them, by the way?
Is that like a Peter Pan?
It's a Peter Pan
reference?
reference.
That's
Oh,
a deep fucking
Jesus!
pull.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You're lucky
Yeah,
I
Captain
got
Hook saw this footwear and was
so
like, "Ooh,
lucky.
oh no! I am afraid of
That's a
that."
better version of the joke I was trying to make.
They both are awful. Don't worry.
Well,
So, yeah.
teach their own.
I feel like they replaced water shoes. Did you guys have water shoes at all growing up?
Yeah.
Did you
No,
wear
I
them?
wasn't a little bitch.
I didn't want to get my feet sweat.
Did you wear those water shoes when you weren't near water? Because I fucking did. With
Now
my
that's actually
sweatpants.
cool.
Yeah, dude. First grade.
Kelly walking down to Culver's in his little water shoes.
Culver's is not my life in first grade.
Oh, really?
I was not that rugged.
Did they have Culver's all over the place
I
as
think
much?
it was still growing, dude.
Yeah, because I remember it when
They
it
had a
came to
Hardee's.
Eau Claire, Wisconsin. That was a big deal, and that was
McDonald's.
when I was like a teenager.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, but you grew up in a metropolis.
Oh my god.
The worst. I don't have to cut all of this podcast out.
Please do.
Marty's gonna go back and
Won't you?
surgically remove his wet hot 10 out of 10 rating.
What do you do with
It'll be a
these?
blank.
So okay, the Croc is in sort of a clog shape, right? It's got a bit of a
Those
curl
go
to
around
the
your.
toe.
Wait, you're talking about the
But
strap?
what I was gonna ask is, there's a strap.
Those go around your heel.
Yeah.
They hold your foot in the clog.
If you don't have that strap there, they'll just slip right off, Scott.
Yeah, and we wouldn't want that, would we?
No.
I don't get Crocs. They're ugly. They have to be so comfortable.
It's because it's air and your feet are never going to smell bad, right? I don't know. I don't know.
Hard to disagree with that.
Yeah, I feel like there's
No, it's magic.
It's not.
air. There's holes in
There's
it. I mean,
holes
come
in
on.
it. Come on, dude.
There's holes in it. You can put your foot in it 40,000 times and it won't stink. There's holes.
There's nowhere for the smell to stay, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, in the foam shoe, there's nowhere for it to go. It's full of holes. Even the part that's not holes has holes.
You know what else is full of holes? Stanley Yell Nets.
Wow. I thought you were going to say this bit or something.
Yeah, that too. Also, Stanley Yell Nets. I think
He
after
dug
he got
the holes,
he
yeah.
got shot by a machine.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
wasn't
was gonna say,
Bree getting shot by the machine gun?
What?
Fuck you.
you're getting holes wrong.
You're getting holes.
You know what's full
what
of
else?
holes is the desert after Stanley Yelnats got through with it.
That's better. See, this is you're your punch up. It's good.
I'm the punch-up artist.
You
I gotta do
are the-
fucking everything. Jesus
oh
Christ.
God! Oh no!
I'm gonna go back in and edit everybody's job. I'm gonna do all your parts after this.
Fuck you, Scott. I think that's
nothing- yeah,
that's
that's-
gonna do it for us this week. I think we don't
What a
rate.
great review of these Crocs. In conclusion, 10 out of 10. Love them.
Hey, if you like Crocs, buy some.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Is that a novelty shoe or is it
This is
incredibly
definitely
practical?
novelty.
I do think we have to
Actually,
discuss
I think this is. I think of that. If anything, that's like bringing a fire extinguisher. That's something you need. A novelty product can't be something you use every day.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Scott, you're verifying this.
I both agree with Scott that I don't know if this is novelty enough,
Certainly
but
novelty.
I agree with Kelly that it is an odd concept for a shoe, and it didn't last long. And it's a fad. It's a fad also.
Okay,
I
you're right.
think-
Because just shoe in general, obviously not novelty.
Definitely.
But crazy shoe, novelty.
Why are they? Oh my god! What a revelation!
What's
They
that?
sent me the wrong size.
Oh my
They sent
god.
me 11s. No, where's the 13?
Good thing we.
It's a good thing I tore that package open like a bad.
No, the package. I need to send it back in that.
They're ruined.
I have to return these. That sucks. All right.
does suck.
Thanks.
Oh boy.
This is
What are you pointing to me?
You have a sign off.
I do. Oh yeah, thanks for listening. God, we appreciate it.